Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lunatic Highlands. How y'all doing? My hair is horrible. I just gave everyone a bit of an intro already, but yeah, of course, I forgot recording. So, the recording is on, my cam will be off. Let's start our Ace Attorney journey. Rhymes. Remember that this stream might be a bit on the shorter side because I am a bit later. My bad. But yeah. There we go, let's do this. Alright. Ah. That sound is like music to the ears. Now we know where we kind of left off, so... let's do this! I hope you all are ready! January 7th, 9:48, 84, 48 AM. I can number. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Ah, Detective Gumshoe? How you doing tonight? How you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. Hey, you! Yeah? You better clear this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. She'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I got this situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something says that I messed with some facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Just sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should go all pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Why did you have to jinx it like that, though? Why did you have to say that? When you say things will go smooth, they never do. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. It's Maya, what would you expect? Fair? Bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... "You're talking to me!" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Kudo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're fake or the real deal, we will find out enough through this trial today. I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. No, that kind of lady tiger. By the way, like the name change. And that kind of happened off screen. It's the reason Maggie was in jail, right? But we found him when we found the scooter, remember? But that was already after the first trial. So basically this is a retrial. I need more drinks for this, I think. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Kudo, please summon your first witness. Poor Gumshoe. Gumshoe so doesn't want to be there. Oh God. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name and name for the court. Huh? Sorry, sir. Name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe. Gumshoe just being Gumshoe, nothing to see here. Oh, the name's Police Department Detective from Occupation Dick Gumshoe. All the way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case now. Oh, I hope Gumshoe really got everything under control for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk, professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Oh God, Gumshoe's going to kill me. I'm not used to that voice yet. And here are the 4 plans for the restaurant. When the victim took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Victor Kudo. Jesus. I need to get back. I need to get back to using that voice, because, whew. How did I do that in the past, though? Woo. Still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. The floor plans. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. What? Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts in this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yeah? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me! So when the incident took place, it was alone at the time. You know what? Let's just press everything just to see what information we can get out of it. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. The testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Mrs. Bird. She claimed that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and I... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, that's true. The testimonies don't tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this a little harder or not? I think my phone just went off. Sorry about that, everyone. That's not usually something that happens on my end. Hold up. I don't know if pressing harder would actually work. I'm actually turning off my phone. There we go. I don't think pressing harder would help, but let's just... Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations. I have here in my possession a ticket. Ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yeah, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Wright, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Bugger. Well, this isn't going too well. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the press. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about one of them had some sort of earpiece? Should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? Yeah! I'll press everything. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. And now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? The victim took his coffee black, no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
Yeah, press harder. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. Let him think. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. For me? Oh, hey, you're right. Maybe you're fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? Oh boy. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Dude! Keep your coffee mug with you, would you? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's a clear coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in the cup. Poor Nick. Yeah. Why am I getting burned? Ugh. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Oh, gumshoe! Fuck's sake! Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much, your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams, how much is that? You know where you swap your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Thanks for the visual, Gumshoe. Jesus Christ. Is anyone else having that visual stuck in his brain? Suffer with me, Lady T. Anyways, that sounds like something's gumshoe got an abundance of. Nick, don't make this worse.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, detective? Check out a bad cup of coffee. Goes get another.
I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chug you out.
Uh-oh.
So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
And there's the bit from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket, it was a winning ticket for $500,000. Miss Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Yeah?
Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client.
Huh.
I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket?
The female police found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What?
Order! Order! Order!
Otta!
Sorry, I got a bit English there.
Otta!
She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit the ticket as evidence for the court immediately.
Better keep my eye on that ticket, the way that Josh's voice is quivering.
This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now, so $500,000, you say? Just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
That in Maggie's purse, unfortunately.
That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which he is charged. Furthermore, it's beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. It's like an old man who knows I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, I might even be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court already ruled her guilty once. I'd say it's about time to wrap this little repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence.
You got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron the delightful Mrs. Bird was wearing at the time.
Oh, that's not the cleanest apron I've ever seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Seems like the star of a little play was a little flustered. And someone spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else, I presume you mean?
Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. I kinda still hate this Kudo dude even more than I disliked Edgy. Yeah. A bottle of poison found in Maggie's pocket. Yeah. And Maggie's prints are on the only ones on it too. What?
Order, order, order! The court will accept these items into evidence. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Kudo. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Ketchup. Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Wait, what?
Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. His visor. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective! Could this stain really be blood? No way, sir! That's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup. She must have gotten some on her apron while taking some on their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 70 cups of ketchup, witness. Oh, I thought anyone knew what it was already. He really didn't notice, did he?
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They've all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
Okay, but before I start this, we all did see this, right? He got actually pissed. Kudo got actually pissed about the whole bloodstain thing. Okay, it was ketchup, so there's no harm. That's interesting. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the prophet's investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. That's not right.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. Yeah, first off, I'm going to actually check my, See, I have this kind of feeling, but I'm not sure yet. So I'll go back for now and press a couple of things to see where we end up. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. But Tucky shut down. He hurled abuse at them. And seeds.
Seeds.
It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the almighty Kudo can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Well, that's fucking easy, isn't it? Poor Maggie passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough on her. Yeah, I heard that one before. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Meg was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would like to have been the first on the scene myself. Major would have liked to carry out the search too, you pervert. I would have loved to see Maggie sleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a personal bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know is about the events in the investigation. Oops. I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? You perv. The victim didn't have an identification. You didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah. Can't believe I found someone with less money in his wallet than me, pal.
The victim sounds like he was a terribly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. but figured out who he was pretty quick, and then he investigated. How? Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's what you basically said. That's basically what you said, right? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn L. visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the dog who described the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
Should I go leave this alone or ask to hear more? So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It's completely empty? Huh. You're entertaining an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, aren't you, trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Well, let's press that. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence on Maggie? Hey, yeah! You nailed it, pal! It happens to me all the time! I hit a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes!
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, right, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Got to back it up with some evidence. Well, I'd love to if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
There was nothing else missing from the crime scene now. See, that is not true. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal!
Indeed! Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most scary thing I've done so far, huh? The victim... Everyone's piling on Gumshoe! The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Kudo, what do you have to say about that?
That's all. What? Read for the court. The name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear otolaryngological otolaryngological?
What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Kudo?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bit of war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum?
And what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was applied topically inside the ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Crap. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, it's here. It's very, very fine print.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would have been absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
It seems that his medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No? Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll be over. She's right. I can't get away with a weak objection. What should I go to? Yeah, I'm going to push it. Only moments ago, Mr. Kudo made the following statement. It seemed Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable.
That's enough. Mr. Kudo is the detective, the only witness the prosecution wishes to call. Mr. Kudo?
I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was at the restaurant the other day, the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me.
Hey, good job, Nick. Hey, Dermot, good evening.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, that's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of weightless outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Oh no, poor Gumshoe. Right. Now, before we continue, I'm going to quickly refill my water, dump some more water, and I will be right back. So, be right back. Don't go anywhere. We will finish this off quickly. Righto, I'm back. Good thing about this game is fun. Bad thing about this, I usually drink about 2 liters. The nasty thing about it is that I usually drink about 2 liters when I'm doing this, just to keep the voice moist and stuffs. Kind of putting my mic a bit higher. Y'all can still hear me, right? Yeah, you can. At least my mic is picking shit up, so that's a good thing. Good. Then we shall continue on. Because the next thing will surely kill my throat.
Could we now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird? Mr. Kudo, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation if you don't mind. Name Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty what makes me, mind you. I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear that, but we don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Not much. Kimono embroidery? That's what I do. Or then back in Japan, I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Honestly, Kudo is hilarious. If y'all can hear me drink, I'm sorry about that, but that's the reason I can keep this up. So.
Now then, witness. Were you in the middle of the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh, yes. I was eating some seeds over a cup of cappuccino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are,
I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure, sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell every last detail. He's really getting into this. The young man was reading the sports paper. The servant girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the servant girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones,
Newfangled?
All the talks and radios and glasses. It's wireless. It's spectacles, I tells you.
Excuse me.
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Great. Cross-examination. This pile of... What do you even call this? Not Kudo is hilarious, but Jesus Christ. Oh. There we go. You saw the victim then. You saw Glen Elk. I wanted to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what is the guy? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? I go to the place to drink cappuccino. I don't go to sets. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitresses? Kudo. The server girl brought him cappuccino, but she put something in it. Okay, let me see. Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight is fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw that serving girl put the cappuccino into the cappuccino as well. I better know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness... I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this in his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure, sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Did she really put that in the coffee? You doubt me, boy! She took some out of a small pound bottle and sprinkled it in. Could she have been adding sugar? Sugar? In a small bottle like that? Like that?
Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
A bottle like this, perhaps. Good-o.
That's a bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put in the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Good-o! The man took one sip, looked like it was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. He just took one sip? You young'uns! You waste everything! Those cappuccinos cost $8! In the good old days, we would have had to drink every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died! Jesus. My God! Congratulations, you earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Like I said, Kudo is hilarious. Oh yes, he slumped over with so much as a twitch. I felt the cappuccino I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling.
And the waitress, I presume she is...
That's the server girl, right there in the front. I remember her well. Really? You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? Ancient disgrace, that's what it is! Sorry? You can see all the way up to the Jenna! You know! She's particularly naked in that uniform! So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. No shit, Sherlock, with the amount of coffee Kudo drinks in a day. Yeah, right? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court any further mental anguish of that image. Don't get all excited, Ned. You gotta keep yourself together. Okay, I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognize about it too. Pretty sure about himself though. What should they do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them into your testimony, please.
Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. Do you think old Sid really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress all the time. That's why he was there. But he's out there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Maggie, Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Yeah, so this is the thing that's actually bothering me. Is it there? There was a ribbon in her hair. Alright. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right! I can even tell you the color of her ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness' eyesight. No doubt he remembers the witness pretty well. I got the feeling there's something more to it. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? You got you there, Gramps. People only talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness testimony has nothing to do with straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons! I'm just telling you what I saw!
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her for the... Hold up! No! Her apron was dirty as frick! Mr. Kudo, I don't think he ever focused on the face, if you know what I mean. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson's look like, just after he's done eating. That's what I said, but more politely. That's true. That's true. He's just an old perv. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't! You think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you're half-witted clot! What is it? Ever since that half-witted cloth, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yeah. You know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen a waitress from the front.
Oops.
Oops! Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this! Well, well. Looks like we're finally having a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, right, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one waitress puts the poison to the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you all understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say or you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My organ is perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot a burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember, probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Oh, would you just imagine that working at your local McDonald's? Very well, that's just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the cervical question brought over the Giafficino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we just heard was to test how credible the witness memory is. Seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. God damn it. I hate those fake types who all do doogababombers and fakeness and stuff.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that old man's memory is shot. Just strip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cool? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Now, I'm kind of curious about the last part of his statement. About him using his free hand. Because his free hand?
Yes.
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was hustling the papers with his right hand, didn't I? And his free hand wasn't his right hand. Which hand was it?
Ow! Ow! Perhaps the great Mr. tried his three hands. Jeez! I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. Well, the point of this cross-examination is to establish this one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. Guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Can we check on the coffee cup? Wait.
Can we see what the problem here is? If he was drinking with his left hand. The handle part of the cup is on the right side, and we can see that because the lips are on the cup. So he was drinking. Hold up there, Chuckles. We need to talk. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you told at the start of this testimony? That it was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know! There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you, nothing! But if I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking the coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. What is this? Kindergarten? I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup of the victim used, correct?
Yeah, and on the rim you'll see the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where the stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup with his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is patiently waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he...
Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about the dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
The young man was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm good, law-abiding citizen I am. It's a deadbeat young hot body, you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Oh, me? Thank you, old man. We heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been out for 68 years, I haven't. Can't ignore me. Listen to what I got to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure. Why not hear a little more?
Mr. Kudo?
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
You know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It was the monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled levels drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true. It doesn't seem to be lying. And those are facts in good old black and white. The boy was wearing the same earpiece on the same set of specs. Okay. So the victim was wearing an HMD. Well, it doesn't matter. It was none of them, actually. But anyway. Are you sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I could only see the side of his head where he was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. On the opposite table, he will only have view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. Wait. Didn't he have an ear infection? He had an ear infection on his left ear. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as its HMD. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. Could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication of his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon!
Order! Order!
His witness testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims that the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Kudo? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down, I know I'm right! The lad drank his Davicino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand, then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. Witnesses already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee like this. Sadly, Mr. Kudo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the victim's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Ah!
I believe it's time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey!
Sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't even reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That's all for now. This court is adjourned.
Hold it! Wait! Have you stopped now? When does it leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
There's a blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bubbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else that the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final temper in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Grabs. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What I got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the cappuccino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 6 years old, but Mr. Kudo is still a man!
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get yabby, youngster.
I got the picture. Just stop throwing seeds, would you? It's gonna be using some sort of infinite ammo code for that box of seeds.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. We knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You doubting me again? You doubting a poor defense's old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging over everyone's lips?
Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of. And I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain. That's why you all... That's...
Jesus Christ.
You're a bird brain. That's why... That's all you can think of.
Jesus. And how exactly does that turn things upside down? I have no idea. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination, please. Jesus.
Well, we have a crime photo.
We'll start with examining the crime photo before we do anything else. These are the floor plans. Crime photo.
The vase is still standing!
Come on! It didn't turn things upside down, it's more prolonged the inevitable. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm not getting enough of yours, hopscotch! Ow, 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 ow!
Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yeah, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when the young man collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
It was my table. And I now got my groin. And that's how my groin came completely soaked. I'm just doing that.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute! If that's the case, there's more. I have got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait! Listen to me!
Hold up. There we go. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Oh, Nick, you did it.
That will require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from. He's almost insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarizes it according to his statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. Prosecution doesn't need props like this.
Kudo's really mad, huh?
Yeah. I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Kudo.
Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I brought the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, wow. And we save the progress. And I am going to keep it here because it's 1.5, nearly 2 hours. The court cases are getting longer and longer and longer. Still fun though. Right, we're going back to the welcome screen. There we go. Hello everyone. Bad hair and all, as you can see. That was quite the yeah. That was quite the thing, wasn't it? Old Kudo. Old Kudo, indeed. Whew. Well, that was certainly something else. But that is enough for today. I really need to watch out what I do with those streams.
My throat.
But yeah, like I said, you can hear me. Sometimes you can hear me drink, but like I drink usually 1.5 to 2 of these types of bottles, just to make sure that I can actually keep up with the voices and stuff. Which usually I do, but you know, every now and again you can hear me drink. And apologies for that, but yeah. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Now remember, and I'm going to repeat this, starting next week, Phoenix Wright will be there on Thursdays, 8 p.m. GMT +1. And I hope you all will join me on Storyline Thursdays, which is something that I'm really looking forward to doing. It'll be a lot of fun. Lady Tiger, thanks for being here. Galway, I hope you're watching, buddy. I hope you watch this. Much love. I hope that you're getting home safe and sound. And that being said, we are going to raid someone, and we will raid my brother from another mother, Xyronium, who is right now actually on Twitch for once. So we are going to raid Xyronium, and I hope I'll message you when he's home, if I'm still awake when he gets home. If not, I hope he can, at least he sees this. Galway, we love you. We missed you. We will raid Xyronium. That being said, I hope you join me in this raid. And thank you all very much for watching. I will be back Friday together with Xyronium for some incredible fun. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. And remember, whatever you do, whatever happens, stay crazy. I will see you all soon. Take care.